Hello, my spooky friends.
My name is Cassie,
And I'm Caitlin.
and welcome into I'd Survive.
Nailed it.
We are so happy and not stressed about anything.
No, everything's fine.
Everything's great.
The way that we just spent an hour and a half today talking about things, and I think we just ended in a little bit of a manic state because we could have kept talking for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
But
Minimum.
We were like, we should probably record the podcast.
Yeah. And it's the way, too, that I went into this, into today being like, I have, 2 things I need to talk to her about.
Yeah.
and then an hour and a half later, after talking about 20 things.
Yeah. And then we just yapped and yapped. But we're here now. And I'm excited. I'm excited for today. Week in horror, I feel like the biggest thing that happened this past week was Halloween happened.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really do anything super Halloween-y except for on stream, but I know you had some cute, fun Halloween vibes going on.
Yeah, so my Halloween plans, well, I was going by family. We were gonna make pumpkin cinnamon rolls, and unfortunately that didn't work because we didn't have milk, and it's like a whole thing. It takes 25 minutes to go get milk and get it back home. And then we wouldn't be finishing those. It's a long process making cinnamon rolls. So then it's like, okay, well then at that point it's like 8:30 at night. And we're like, So then we just did it Sunday instead, like yesterday. So we did make them, but we didn't make them on Halloween, which is fine because actually on Halloween, a lot of my Halloween was spent helping take care of not just me. Let me not act like I'm the one doing all the work, but my family's dog got surgery on her. She split her ACL completely.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and what's crazy is for years we were told she has arthritis, and now we come to find out she doesn't, and her ACL was just slowly tearing for years, and it finally snapped, and she stopped walking on that leg. Yeah,
poor baby.
That's like bad news and good news because it just sucks looking at the last couple of years. But now that the surgery went successful, and she's gonna be like a brand new dog by next summer. So I was like carrying her around, like taking her outside because she was drugged up and didn't know what was going on.
Not me getting low key teary eyed right now. I'm just imagining this poor dog. Oh my god!
And she got a certificate of bravery as well.
My god! You can't do this to me.
So yeah, it was a lot of it was her coming home and the family just kind of being chill with her and keeping an eye on her. But then also I will say me and my brother watched Scream 2. So that was
Scream
my
1.
Halloween activity. Cute. I mean, Scream 1, we've talked about it. You had a better time on Halloween than me because you got to watch Scream 1 and I was stuck having to watch Scream 2. Let me not hate on Scream 2.
Whoa. That's my second favorite Scream movie that we're talking about.
No, I think it actually might be my second favorite. Yeah. It's just but I would give Scream a 10 out of 10. And then I would give Scream 2 a 6 out of 10.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just enjoy it because it's part of the franchise and whatever. But I literally just have I have a thing with Scream, the first Scream, and nothing else can touch it, unfortunately, for the rest of the franchise. And he felt the same way as me, actually. He was like...
That's fair.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, it's Scream 1 and 2, I kind of hold together above the rest.
Interesting.
And then after that, it's none of the others really come close to those first two.
Okay,
I love 2 because I wasn't ready for the end of 2 and it just threw me for a whole loop.
Yeah, a fun reveal that happens at the end, and it does make sense. It's not they're dragging this out to have a sequel. It genuinely makes sense at the end, which I appreciate. But I do think for me where Scream 2 falls apart is you don't care for the characters as much.
That's fair. Absolutely.
And there's by the end of it, my brother was there wasn't any deaths in this movie. There was half as many kills as the first, and I was no, there were double the amount of kills in this movie. You just didn't notice because you didn't care about them as much because you're not as connected to the characters. So yeah, I could talk about Scream and Scream 2 forever, but
yeah, I mean, same. I watched Scream 1 and then I put on The Black Phone because I want to rewatch it before watching the second one because I've been hearing great things about Black Phone too.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah, I ended up falling asleep because I'm just a grandma, but I need to go back and finish watching that. That's a good movie.
I forgot. I watched a reaction to The Black Phone recently, and I forgot how good that little girl actress is.
Yes, icon.
She's unbelievable.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, she's so fun. Halloween wasn't so crazy this year. I mean, we've talked about it 100 times. We've just been busy, so like it's been hard to fit everything in. I did watch a movie though. I watched a movie called Scary Movie 2.
You know I'm excited. You know what? I'm excited you watch Scary Movie 2 because you are one step closer to watching Scary Movie 3, the best scary movie.
Ooh, okay. No,
it's
I'm
my
excited.
personal fave.
Did you watch anything?
I watched Paranorman for the first time.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I've seen that, honestly.
It's a cute one.
Yeah.
Give me a cartoon movie, an animation movie, I will probably like it. Like,
there you go.
That's all I need. And it's Halloween-y and, that's right up my alley. And then I also, last night, I watched Suspiria.
Oh, this is an old one, correct?
Yeah, 77. It does have a remake, but I watched the original. And it was not what I expected.
Is it paranormal?
Yes, but it's a bit more than that.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
There's a human edge to it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So, yeah, not what I expected, but a really cool stylistically. Like, I feel like that's what makes it stand out is the cinematography and the, like, colors that are being played with throughout the movie. It's really cool.
Oh, noted. Yeah, no, that's just one of those ones that I feel like comes up a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I watched the first 2 episodes of Welcome to Derry.
Yes. Okay, wait. I need to know if you're enjoying it. Like if it's meeting your expectations.
I don't want to spoil anything, obviously, but like, yes, but there's like one major aspect that's missing right now. I'm waiting for it to show up. Or can I just say I'm waiting for him to show up? Am I allowed to say that?
That's what I was gathering. I think like, you can say it at this point.
Where is my man? Like, why haven't I seen him yet? I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I will say, like, in terms of like the specifically intense horror sequences that they have in this show so far, like straight out of the movies. Like so good, so intense. Really interesting, and like they are setting up a lot of stuff and they're coming at Pennywise from a very different angle than I ever expected them to.
Okay.
And so I'm excited to see where the whole season goes. So
I guess I don't know even the premise. It's not just a straight up remake in series format, right? It's like
no, not at all.
Different story being told now.
It's a different decade.
Oh, what is it set in?
60s.
Oh.
Yeah. So because I think the chapter 1, chapter 2, I think it's the 80s. I've read the book, so I should remember this, but like the whole history of Pennywise gets very complex, and I think this is just meant to be another year because it's like every 4 years I think he shows up or something like that, and this is just one of the years that he shows up.
Very cool, right? Yeah, he like returns to like feed, to stay alive. That's actually really cool.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna give it a watch. I know that you're doing reactions to it, so I want to like be able to watch along with you too. So I think I might watch it. And I don't know if I'll do some sort of like, I might, depending on what the series is like, I might do a video essay like on my TV YouTube channel if I have anything of note to talk about and comparing it to the movies and how it translated to TV and stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot about that and I just was like really excited about it. So
this is so nice. We like this was the last week of October that we're catching up on right now, and we actually both have had a very horror-filled week. So good on us.
So good. So happy for us. Today, though, we're going to talk about a movie that I came across very randomly. I'd never heard of before. It's a movie called Splinter from the year of 2008. I'm curious to know how many of you guys have heard of this movie prior to this. Because it truly just like came up and I was like, what is this? Never seen it. And you said you haven't heard of it either, right?
Yeah, no, which is weird because 2008 was like peak me watching movies I shouldn't be watching by my dad's.
Yeah.
You would have thought I'd seen this at Family Video, but I don't think this is ringing a bell. I love the title though. It's freaking me out.
Yeah, as it should, as it should. Now, this movie was actually, so this is kind of fitting timing wise. This movie is directed by a man named Toby Wilkins, who does not have many credits, but the only other film that he directed was The Grudge 3.
I didn't even know there was a Grudge 3.
Me neither. This is how I found out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so, interesting.
I'm sure it's bad though. Like,
it's gotta be so random. Grudge 3. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. The movie was written by Kai Berry, Ian Shore, and Toby Wilkins. It was released on Halloween of 2008, which I think is kind of fun, in a very, very limited theater release. And it's like a pretty low budget film. I couldn't find the exact budget, but it was a low budget film. And I think that'll become apparent just in the style of the film. But yeah, that's really all I got background wise. There's not much going on back there that we need to know about.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get into it. The film opens on a small, middle of nowhere like gas station, kind of giving the vibes of like any gas station that you would see in an indie horror game. You know, exactly.
Oh,
yes, that's the vibe of this gas station. A man in a baseball cap reading. His cap says, "I love bikinis." I don't know. That's such a random, but you do you.
You should wear them more often.
Yeah, yes, sir. Go ahead and put it on. We're waiting.
Yeah.
So he wanders out of the gas station, eating some chips, and pulls out a folding chair. He places it down, takes a seat in the dirt, and it seems like he works here.
Okay.
He is sitting there enjoying his chips, and then he hears a rustling sound from behind him. "Go on, I ain't got nothing," he says before hissing in the direction of the sound. Yes, literally, he decides to hiss at it.
Okay.
The sound behind him continues, though, so he gets up and decides he's going to go investigate. He gives us a little sweet Jesus as he looks down at the ground. We can't see what he sees, but we don't have to wait too long. Something jumps at him, making some hissing sounds. These shots that we get of this thing are extremely shaky, so we never really get a good look, but it looks like it's a very rabid, bloody raccoon.
Oh, not a raccoon.
Yes, a raccoon. It is a raccoon.
Okay. Rabid raccoons. Yes. You know, randomly, as a child, one of my biggest, when you're a kid and you're like, oh my God, my biggest fear is like quicksand. I'm going to like die in quicksand one day. But then you're like, well, that's never going to happen. I'm never going to come across quicksand. Like that's not going to be a daily obstacle for me as an adult. But I was scared of rabies. I was like so terrified of rabies because I think someone told me you have to get a shot in your stomach if you get rabies. And so this is really bringing in some childhood trauma for me. I love that.
Oh, yeah, that's so nice. So hopefully the rabid raccoon does not get you.
Yeah.
So the man's like screaming in pain as this thing attacks him. No, the raccoon continues to like go at him. And when I say like we don't get a good shot, it's like in the way where a movie is so low budget that they can't show you what we're looking at because like it's just not very good.
Yeah.
That's what we're dealing with. Yeah. So it's like
I understand.
Super like what? I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
We see blood flying this way and that, and this raccoon also just seems to be like really strong or something because our guy can't seem to get away. So he's screaming and screaming before he screams. What? Okay.
Oh, I thought he screamed. What? I was like, why did he deliver it like that?
No, your girl's just confused as to what she wrote.
Yeah.
The man screams and screams before his screams cut out and we get the title card for Splinter.
Cute.
When I was watching this movie for the first time, I felt it in my bones, Cassie. I felt it. I knew what the next shot was going to be after the title card.
We're going on a trip.
On
the road. Not a rocket ship.
Not a rocket ship. Yeah. There's a car driving down the road.
Yes.
And this sequence is very montage-like, and it's through like the opening credits roll in. We see this car driving down different roads, random landscapes and scenery along the road, and also quick jarring shots of this man from the beginning writhing on the ground, seemingly after that initial attack. So it's really, cute little shots of him freaking out. Now, we watch this car take a turn off of the main road. It's like a green boxy SUV covered in
Mm-hmm.
mud. And this car pulls into a small grassy clearing. And we hear the voice of a man say, "Yeah, this is definitely our campsite."
Oh,
This man is Seth.
okay.
His girlfriend, Polly, gets out of the driver's seat and heads to the trunk to start unloading all of their gear. She hands Seth some firewood and a hatchet and tells him to take it over to the fire pit. Polly's giving off very excited take charge energy, while Seth kind of just seems to be there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
"Thank you for doing this," Polly says to Seth. "What are you talking about?" he replies. "I was made for camping. This is like my thing." The sarcasm is thick, and
Yeah.
Polly knows it. So she must also really appreciate Seth's willingness to go camping, because she just grabs him and starts kissing him, like makeout session kind of
Okay. It
level. Yeah,
is 2008.
it's 2008.
Yeah.
We'll keep that in mind today. And then, no, oh my God, no, because she literally starts like making out with him. And then what does Seth say? He goes, "I think I'm going to like camping." And you're like, okay.
Okay, Seth.
All right,
Okay.
Seth. That's so good. So they keep going at it until Seth gets distracted by a bug biting his hand. "Did you bring the bug stuff?" he asks. Polly just grabs a bag from the ground saying, "Let's get this tent up. Hurry up." And the two of them literally run to set up the tent because like
Mhm.
they want to get going, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Somewhere else, we see a man looking into the hood of a truck. "Shit," he says. "The engine's fucking destroyed."
Oh.
In the passenger seat, a girl says, "This ain't how you talked it, Dee." "Well, Mexico's just around the corner, sweetheart," he replies. Here we have Dennis and Lacey.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis tells Lacey that, well, we got to go on foot. And Lacey just seems skeptical as to what's going on here, but she gives in and goes along. Back with Seth and Polly, they are struggling with this tent, as many do. The classic, like, nobody can set up a tent properly.
Yep.
The poles are slipping, and Seth just, like, gets up in frustration. He's like, "I'm starting to think that maybe we're just not wilderness people. That's it." "Of course we are," Polly says. "We can't let this tent beat us. It's like you always say. We just have to be smarter than what we're working against." Seth is like, "You know what I'm definitely smarter than? A motel." Which I don't even understand the line, but basically
he wants to go to a motel.
he wants to go to a motel.
Yeah.
And Polly's like, "No way, that wasn't the deal." Now, what
Why
deal?
does she want to go? Yeah, what's going on here? Like, he doesn't want to be here. Why does she want to be here so bad?
Well, I guess he promised her that for their anniversary this year, they would have sex under the stars.
You don't have to do that in the woods. Okay, well, maybe if you don't have a yard, a private yard, it can be harder.
But this is just like, it seems a little extra.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Go to the rooftop of like a hotel. Like, that's probably illegal. But I feel like we can find somewhere to do this that isn't here.
Yeah, better than this. But like, this is what Polly like really wants. So Seth just gives in and they get back to working on the tent.
Mm-hmm.
Within like the first 10 seconds of them trying to set this tent up now, one of the poles just cracks in half completely.
Okay.
But like, the tent's screwed. We just have to go with the motel, unfortunately.
Okay. Oh my God, gas station, motel. We really are in an indie horror game.
Oh my God, so true. I love an indie horror game, so it works for me. So Lacey and Dennis, they're not having a much better time. So Dennis grabs all of the bags and starts chucking them into the brush on the side of the road.
Oh, okay.
"Hey, that's all our stuff," Lacey screams. Like, yeah. And he goes, "No, we're getting all new stuff, baby. Just gotta hang on a little longer. We're almost
we are
there."
definitely on the run.
It's giving that vibe, isn't it? So Dennis puts the truck into drive and slowly guides it off the road and into the brush and just leaves it there. And it doesn't even
one's gonna find that.
No, and it doesn't even go in. It just the front of the bumper goes into the brush and the rest of the truck's just sticking out. And I'm like,
oh,
okay,
Dennis.
Dennis,
gotta step up your game.
Bad criminal. Dennis grabs Lacey and tries to comfort her as the two of them just start walking down the road, leaving their truck and stuff behind. So now, while Polly and Seth pack up their own SUV at the campsite, Seth starts nerding out over trees. Okay?
Oh.
"Do you realize how old this forest is?" he asks. "No, please tell me," Polly responds. Seth is giving us some fun facts about trees, telling us that some of these trees are over 400 years old.
Wow. That's really cool.
You sound like Polly because she's just like, uh-huh, mm-hmm, yeah. Mm-hmm. So they hop in the car and Polly is sure to tell him, next year, we're camping. All right, Seth agrees.
Mm-hmm.
Some light vibey music kicks in while they drive off and Seth continues to talk about trees. They're laughing and joking and having a good time when suddenly something catches their attention on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
It's Lacey coming out of the brush and waving at their car, asking them to stop. Polly and Seth drive up a little further before stopping. What's she doing out here all by herself? Polly asks. They look behind them and see that Lacey is walking up to the car slowly.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't look right, Seth says. Well, she's coming up here, so what do you want to do? Polly asks. They really don't have time to decide because a knock on the driver's side window scares them. It is Dennis, and he gestures for them to roll down the window. Polly seems a little frightened now, and she looks to Seth for a signal on, like, what are we doing here? Oh, Polly's driving, by the way. I don't know if I said that.
Okay.
So she's like, what do we do here? And Seth is like, just go, just drive. But that's when Dennis pulls out a pistol and uses that to tap on the glass now.
This is interesting because literally wasn't it last? No. What did we record last?
Grudge.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is interesting because the last... Wait. I was about to say, it's not the last episode we recorded. Then I was going to be like, oh, it's the last episode we put out. And then I was like, no, it wasn't. And so, okay.
Are you trying to get to Rewind?
No.
Which one are you trying to get to?
Okay, this is interesting because recently, I can just say recently. Recently, we did House of a Thousand Corpses, and we had a conversation in that where we were like, would you pick up this girly pop hitchhiker?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a conversation about, like, sometimes women and children are used to lure.
Yes.
And that's exactly what they did here. But I will say with that whole conversation, it was brought up on Discord. Someone was like, despite gender at the wheel, please just keep your safety in mind when you're making these decisions.
Yep.
So anyways.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, I feel like this is something we've seen a bit of recently. I don't know. We've covered a few movies that have gotten into this.
Yeah.
So Dennis, like, whips out his gun and he's gesturing again for them to roll down the window. And they don't. Like, they're just kind of panicking and whispering to each other, like, what the fuck do we do?
Wow.
So Dennis just goes ahead and opens the driver's side door himself, pulling Polly out of the car and throwing her onto the ground.
Oh, my God.
No, baby, no, Lacey says, running up to the car now. Get out of the car, Dennis says, pointing the gun at Seth. Seth is hesitant and moving slowly until Dennis moves his gun point to Polly on the ground. Get out of the fucking car now, he shouts. Angry now. Seth is like, okay, and he goes ahead, gets out of the car. Dennis orders him to clear out the back seat of the car in order to make room for 2 more people in the car. Wait, no, D, Lacey cries. You can't change the plan. You said no hostages. Dennis is aware of what he said, but he's trying to calm Lacey down. Platt's 40 miles up the road. The bank's closed. It don't open till 8 a.m. Listen to me. Trust me. He pulls Lacey in and asks her if she trusts him. She nods.
Okay.
Give me a kiss, Dennis says.
Oh.
The two of them share a very passionate kiss while Dennis is still keeping that gun trained on Polly on the ground. And Seth is continuing to clear out the back seat. And while he does, he comes across that hatchet from earlier and he holds it in his hands for a moment. But he doesn't act fast enough because Dennis comes over, forcing Seth to just throw the hatchet in the trunk.
All right.
The backseat is cleared out now, so Dennis tells Lacey to go ahead and jump in the passenger seat, and he instructs Seth to drive. I could drive, Polly butts in. I wasn't fucking talking to you, Dennis says. He again tells Seth to drive. I can't, Seth says. Dennis is losing his patience. Drive the fucking car, he yells. I can't drive stick, Seth says.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, maybe that's actually valid. So Dennis just, like, lets his head fall down. He's not mad. He's just disappointed. You know, it's, like, giving that vibe.
Yeah.
So he shoves Polly into the driver's seat, and he and Seth get in the back. He tells Polly to drive, so off they go. Now, once they're on the road, Dennis takes Polly and Seth's phones and wallets. He takes out the cash and IDs and throws the rest out the window. Seth Turner and Polly Watt, he says, looking over their IDs. Same address, different names. Not married. Living together in sin. Like, yeah, for sure.
That's so random.
That's so random. And then Polly's like, come on, Denny, that ain't your business. Dennis also points out that Seth's ID is actually a student ID. Little old, ain't ya? He asks. It's a PhD, Seth responds defensively. Lacey's ears perk up at this. You're a doctor? She asks, turning around to look at him. Well, not yet, Seth says. But you can do script, huh? Seth lets her know, no, it's a biology PhD. And Lacey laughs disappointedly and turns back to the road. She just wanted some drugs. She was just hoping he could write some prescriptions.
Bro, this is the same thing that happened in House of a Thousand. Was it House of a Thousand Corpses? This happened recently in a horror movie we covered where they're like, oh, he's a doctor. We can get drugs.
Oh my God, wait, it might have been that.
It might have been that. I don't even know. But I distinctly remember that moment from another movie. What the hell?
This is a common thing.
Apparently a trope we're uncovering. Really random.
We really be digging up all the tropes as we go through this. Now, Polly's getting real tired of all of just this around her. And she's like, where are we going? Just drive till I say different, Dennis says. This here's a dictatorship from here on out. He's annoying. Like,
no, like I don't like the way he speaks. Like, you're not all that.
No, he really thinks he's the shit. And like the way he's holding his gun out and stuff, I'm like, oh my God, this man is...
He definitely has it cocked to the side for no reason.
Oh yeah, right? I think he does. No, I think you're so right on that. Suddenly, bang. Something is in the middle of the road, and Polly slams on the brakes, but she definitely ran it over.
Oh my God, it's the raccoon.
Oh my God, maybe. Everyone is startled, and Dennis is like, what was that? And Lacey just starts repeating, Ginger, 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 over and over and over again. Ginger's dead, baby, Dennis says.
Oh.
So it seems like Lacey thinks that they hit some kind of pet of hers. Mm-hmm. Well, the car has a flat tire now, so they have no choice but to get out and deal with the mess. Dennis yells at Seth to go get the spare, but Seth seems dumbfounded. Polly speaks up saying she'll get it. It's not his car, she says.
Oh my God.
No, Dennis looks at Seth and literally says, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh my God.
Literally.
No, does Seth really not know what a spare tire is? Or does he not know where it is?
He just doesn't know where it is. But there's like one option.
There's one. Look in the back, buddy.
Yeah. No, and then Dennis is like, you suffer from a severe case of CDS. Can't do shit. And I also feel like I should mention, like, I'm not gonna try it, but Dennis has a very thick accent, like kind of Southern type accent. There are actually parts of the film where I have no fucking clue what he's saying without captions. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But his accent's pretty fun.
Love it.
So Polly and Dennis get to work on the tire, and we get a shot here of some bluish liquid leaking out of the car.
Oh,
from underneath, and it's like there's a bunch of little holes because it's coming out in like a few different streams, and we don't linger on it too long, but it's kind of like, oh, okay, like I don't know what that is, but sure, let's just keep going.
Sure.
Lacey is still stressed about her puppy Ginger, and she's convinced they hit, so Dennis hands her the gun and tells her, make sure Seth doesn't run away, and then sends the two of them to go like check out what they actually hit.
Right.
The two of them reach a puddle of black mush mixed with blood on the ground.
Oh.
And Lacey's like, oh, Ginger, it's okay. Mama's here now.
Lacey, what's going on with Lacey? Has she been kind of out of it this whole time? Or is it the Ginger thing where it's like, whoa?
She's definitely been kind of out of it, but like this is a surprising, like sudden jump to extremely drugged.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, what? Okay, yeah, interesting.
Like she seemed out of it before, but like suddenly she's acting like crazy.
Yeah,
about this Ginger situation. Yeah. I will say this movie, I feel like if you and Mel got on the script, you could have fixed some things. I'm just being so for real with you right now. Like there's a lot of like plot holes, but just. We'll like let it go.
Yeah.
So Seth is standing there with Lacey, kind of like the standing man emoji when Lacey turns to him saying, you gotta help her.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's dead. And back at the car, Polly and Dennis have been working on the car in silence, the two of them just trying to get this tire done. Dennis is grabbing the spare from the trunk while Polly uses the tire iron to untighten the bolts on the current tire. And she, too, now is going to have a moment where she stops, looks down at that tire iron in her hands, and she contemplates for a moment, but a moment too long because Dennis is back. She shakes out of her thoughts and grabs the spare from Dennis. Dennis removes the old flat and begins to roll it away when he pulls his hand back in pain.
Oh.
He looks down at his index finger where a long, thick, black splinter has wedged itself into like the pad of his finger.
Wait. This is not This is not what took out the tire. Or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. And now it's in his finger from the tire?
It's like we ran over it and some of it stuck to the tire.
Yeah. Oh, and a piece of it got in his finger. Oh, okay. That's crazy for a piece of wood to take out a tire.
Well,
but it's black and gooey, so it's like more than just that.
Yeah, I will say it doesn't look like it's wood. It looks just like it. You know what? It kind of looks like a porcupine quill.
Okay. Yep.
Kind of like that's kind of the vibe that it's giving.
Okay.
Dennis looks down at his index finger and he's like, "What the?" He mutters to himself and he pulls it out. Now, to me, it looks like not all of it has come out. Some of it still seems to be like deep into his finger.
Yeah.
But he's just kind of shakes it off and moves on.
That's crazy behavior. Like, I'd be like, get me to a hospital.
Yeah,
like,
right now.
Like, I hate that so much.
Mm-hmm. And this is like not like a little wooden splinter. This is like a massive fucking spike, basically. So Dennis looks at the tire too now, and he can see where the tire ran over whatever they hit. The tire's covered in blood, goop, and more spikies.
Mm-hmm.
So back with Seth and Lacey, Lacey has her gun trained on Seth and is telling him that he is going to help the dog. Seth realizes there's no reasoning with this girl, so he kneels down on the ground and takes a closer look at this pile of mush before him. While he's looking at it, it moves.
Okay.
Seth is startled, but Lacey is still screaming at him to fix it, so he just keeps his eyes on the mush. He reaches his hand toward it, and it starts to move again.
Ew.
Even though he's a little freaked out, he also seems like really intrigued. Like he's really interested.
Sure.
His hand is mere inches away when the blob lurches toward him and he jumps back with a holy motherfucker. Lacey fires a couple of shots into the mush and starts to run back over to Dennis.
Uh-huh.
She's in a very manic state and Dennis is like obviously they heard the shot, so Dennis looks over and he's like, "What's going on?" But Lacey insists that like we just got to get in the car, we got to go.
Yeah, well, okay.
She doesn't explain anything. And Dennis is like, "Did he mess with you?" Lacey just keeps insisting that they need to go. So Dennis grabs Polly, throws her in the car while Polly is screaming, calling out for Seth. Now, Seth has been kind of back near the mush, just kind of watching this. Mm-hmm. And he seems to be contemplating whether he should go back to the car or run.
Mm-hmm.
But hearing Polly scream for him is what convinces him, like, all right, I got to go back to the car. Which I think, I don't know, that's tricky because you could say he could run and get help, but it is the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, no, I would go back to the car.
Yeah.
I'd also like, maybe we can trauma bond enough over this that we don't turn on each other anymore.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That would be my hope. I don't know. Who did the mush attack?
Not Seth. It didn't hit him.
Seth.
But it like just lurched at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no one has anything on them except Dennis has the splinter in his finger.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, great.
So once everyone has made it back to the car, Lacey screams to Polly to go, and they're just off. Though most of us are pretty confused as to like what the hell is happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
As the car speeds off, we get a shot of the flat tire that they left behind. The spikes in it start to extend and get larger. They grow to be about a solid 4 inches or so, and then they shudder. They do like a little shuddery motion.
I hate that.
Yeah, me too. In the car, Lacey is not calm. "Speed up," she says to Polly. "I'll blow a hole in you big enough to watch TV through." Everyone's kind of like, whoa, okay. Like
we're driving.
Whoa, chill. Dennis finally gets Lacey to talk. "What the hell happened back there?" he says. "She tried to get me," Lacey cries. And when Dennis asks who, she responds with, "Ginger."
Mm-hmm.
She still thinks it's the dog. "She attacked me with her tail," she explains to Dennis. Dennis calmly explains to her that was not Ginger, just a random critter. Ginger is dead.
That's so annoying that she's been set up this way because now he has reason to like not believe what she's saying because she clearly isn't all there.
Right, exactly. So he finally is able to get through to her and like takes the gun from her hands, which everyone seems relieved by.
Yeah.
And by the way that Dennis interacts with Lacey, we can tell that he really does care for her, like genuinely.
Okay.
And I wrote, we can also see that Lacey has a drug problem.
Yes.
Obviously. So Dennis just keeps comforting her, saying he's going to help her get cleaned up. He's going to get her to Mexico. And up in the driver's seat, Polly looks down at the dashboard, and suddenly the temperature gauge, I think that's what this is like reading is overheating.
Oh, shit.
And the hood starts smoking.
That happened to me once.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Was it
That
fun?
was fun.
Yeah. I'm so glad.
Get your oil changes, everyone.
Don't give me that look. Don't. I did. My car was empty of oil when I did it, but it didn't, so it's okay. Motherfucking radiator, Dennis lets out. He tells Polly to pull over at the gas station up ahead. Now, as soon as we pull up, we can certainly recognize this as the gas station from the start of the film. The attendant's little folding chair is still sitting alone out front, and Lacey jumps out of the car first, saying that she needs to go use the bathroom. And Dennis seems annoyed by this. Can you just hold, like, for 30 more miles, we'll be in Platt. I need to go, Lacey says, slamming the door. Dennis follows after her. You told me you were going to lay off of stuff, he calls out. And you told me fucking Mexico, she responds. Dennis tells her to at least leave her bag behind because he doesn't trust that she doesn't have, like, drugs in there and is going to use them.
Valid.
So Lacey reaches into her bag, pulls out a tampon, giving Dennis a look and throwing the bag to him. And then she heads over to the bathroom around back.
Okay.
Dennis trudges back over to the car, calling for Seth to get out now. Tell me you can pump gas, he says. Seth timidly nods and then he tells Polly that she and him are going to go inside to get some coolant and crackers. Yeah. I guess. Dennis and Polly head into the gas station, and this place it's quiet in here. Hello? Dennis calls out to no response. He still continues to look for whatever he needs anyway. Polly eyes a phone behind the counter, but going for it would be risky, and she knows that. Dennis walks up to the counter with his stuff. He's ringing the bell, calling out, but no one seems to be around. We also get a shot here of Dennis looking down at the tip of his finger, where the splinter had been. It's turning black and has spidery dark black veins coming from it going down his finger.
Okay, and what does he do? He's just like, well, what can you do? And he keeps looking for the coolant.
Period.
Okay.
Like, exactly.
Perfect.
Just like, okay, whatever. So Seth is still just pumping gas, and he also decides to, like, squeegee the windows. I don't know why he feels like in this moment that's a necessity, but like, good for him. I guess.
Seth is a weird one.
Seth
Why is
so
he like
weird.
this?
He's so weird. Now, Lacey's trying to get into the bathroom, but as we know, gas station bathrooms are usually locked, and she's like really crashing out. We'll fight in this door. And eventually she gives up and she rips open the tampon, but she's a savvy gal because she turns the wrapper upside down and pours out some pills.
I was gonna say, but then I was like, no, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah. But that's crazy. Wait, was it actually like, was it open or was it completely intact?
It seemed like it was sealed. I mean, it's dark, so it's like hard to see. And it's like, if it actually was like, like the like paper tampons.
What?
Have you ever seen those, like the cardboard ones?
No.
Oh, they're horrible.
Cardboard tampons?
Yes, they're a thing.
Ow.
Yeah, ow is right. But yeah, it was like one of those. So like it's like a different kind of packaging. It's like a paper packaging.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wow. That's still crazy lengths to go to, but that's what you do when you're that addicted. Okay.
Now, she either really does need to pee or desperately needs some water to take these pills, so she starts just going out the door again, but this time she gets it open. On the floor of the bathroom lays the gas station attendant. Kill me, he barely lets out.
He's alive. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be his dead body. That's crazy.
No. He's in rough shape, though. Like, this man does not look okay. He's bloody, and he has what seems like black mold, like, patches all over his body.
Ooh.
And he also has black spikes growing out of his skin.
Oh, okay.
Like, on his face and his body.
Like little splinters.
Yeah, like little black splinters all over his body. Yeah. So Lacey immediately runs away. And it's valid. We see the man's body start to distort in horrific ways, like lots of cracking bone sounds and shit. And you're just like, no, I don't need to see it.
Yeah.
Baby, Lacey calls, running toward the front of the gas station. Dennis hears her screaming and comes outside. What's going on? He asks. There's a man with spikes, she says.
Okay.
And we already know, like, where this is going.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, just calm down, you're seeing things.
Dennis just stares back at her before lashing out. God damn it, Lacey. Do you even hear yourself? Lacey is crying and pleading for him to listen to her when the man with the spikes launches himself from the side of the building.
Oh, yay.
Yes.
I mean, because I'm happy that he's seeing this.
Yay! So Dennis is like, what the fuck? And he like pulls his gun out, but it's too late. The creature runs right at Lacey, throwing her to the ground.
Oh.
Dennis takes a shot at it and screams for Seth, who has still just been chilling by the car, by the way. Dennis is taking shots at the creature while Polly watches horrified from the window of the store. Seth, she screams, look out. The creature runs straight for Seth, but Seth is able to dodge out of the way last second, and the creature runs straight into the hood of the car.
Creature, we're still talking about the man with the spikes.
Yes.
Like, he has become a creature now, yeah.
He's very much, it's like very zombie-like kind of vibes.
Yeah.
I don't know what you would necessarily call it at this point.
Yeah.
So Dennis and Seth make a run for the door, and they get inside, and Polly locks the door behind them. Polly immediately turns to Seth, asking him if he's okay, while Dennis starts freaking out over Lacey. Polly grabs the phone and goes to call 911, but when Dennis notices, he goes over, rips the phone out of her hands, chucks it against the wall, breaking it.
Well, why would you do... would you rather go to jail for drugs, or would you rather get eaten by a spike creature?
Right.
Come on.
Yeah, I think that we should be weighing our options here, but he clearly doesn't. What are you doing? Lacey screams angrily. Don't think for a minute what's happening out there changes who we are in here, he responds. You go to prison. That's supposed to bother me? There's a thing out there. Dennis interrupts. I could have killed you and been on my way. I didn't. Yeah, and we can see how well that worked out for you, can't we? Polly's not going to back down. So Dennis glances over to Seth and back to Polly before sending an elbow into her face. Polly goes down hard while Dennis calls her a stupid fucking idiot. Seth finally steps forward with a little, hey man, but Dennis immediately holds his gun up. You ain't no hero, kid. We both know that. And Seth backs down immediately and just goes to like comfort Polly on the floor.
Oh, he's just a sensitive man. He's just a city boy, you know?
He's a nerdy, sensitive man, I would say.
Yeah, okay.
Now, Dennis is throwing a bit of a frustration fit. He's throwing shit. He rips the phone cord out of the wall. And then he opens up the register, takes all the cash out, grabs a cigarette from behind the register, and lights it up.
Okay. You're just going to live here now with the cash on you? Like, what's your plan? Literally, what's your plan?
Like, no, he's just vibing. So he glances up to the ceiling and notices a security camera before noting the small monitor on the counter showing 4 different cameras. One of the cameras is aimed on the pumps outside where Dennis can see Lacey laying there, but she's kind of moving a little bit now.
Oh, dear.
So he runs to the front door and Seth and Polly are like, whoa, what are you doing? Like, where are you going? She's alive, he says. Are you nuts? You can't go out there, Seth says to him, walking to the monitor, showing all the cameras. She's alive. Look, I can't leave her out there. Seth looks at the camera feeds and sees that Lacey is in fact moving a bit, but it's more like twitching.
We know where this is going to go.
Exactly.
We know there's no saving her, but if it was someone I really cared about, I would also be like, I need to just go check and make sure.
Yeah, it's hard to blame Dennis for this. Yeah. Because it's like he really cares about her.
Yeah.
But Seth also like takes a look at like the other creature guy and like notices that he's moving in similar ways, but like he doesn't say anything about this for whatever reason.
Seth is really just along for the ride in this movie.
Oh my God, he is. It's so true. So Dennis starts to open the door to the gas station. All right, Seth says, we'll watch the monitor. We'll make sure that thing on the car doesn't move when you open the door. Dennis seems a little skeptical. Want to tell me the rest? He asks. Seth does. Well, if it goes to get you or whatever, we're going to shut that door and we're going to lock it and it's going to stay shut. I guess Dennis is okay with this plan because he begins to unlock the door.
Okay, valid.
Outside, the creature still moves slightly on the hood of the car while Lacey lays moving at the pump diagonally across from it, closer to the door. Out Dennis goes. He slowly makes his way out, closing the door behind him and crouching over to the spot where Lacey lays. Inside, Polly leans over to Seth and whispers, we can lock him out. Seth is like, well, yeah, but he's got a gun. He can get back in.
Right.
And Polly tells him that he's out of bullets, but Seth isn't so sure. So Dennis finally makes his way up to Lacey and starts talking to her. Lacey, baby, can you hear me? Lacey's hands and fingers are moving, but in a pretty damn creepy way. Dennis is just taking this as a sign, though, that she can hear him. So he's like rubbing her back and getting all close and personal with her. Polly and Seth watch from the cameras. Seth, he's going to kill us, Polly says. Look, okay, Seth begins. Just statistically speaking, Polly, most people survive hostage situations if you just stay calm. Polly doesn't want to hear it and walks away from Seth, going back to look out the window. She watches as Dennis continues to try and talk to and comfort Lacey. God, she's dead. He's completely insane. I'm just going to drag you inside, Dennis whispers to Lacey, as he does just that. Polly watches in disbelief from the window. Open the door, Seth says.
Oh my
Polly
God.
locks the door instead.
Yeah.
So both Seth and Dennis start screaming at Polly, like, unlock the door, but she just stares back at Dennis outside. Well, Dennis isn't messing around. He pulls out his gun and aims it at Polly through the glass. 1, he begins. We see Lacey's arm, like her arm and her hand kind of move in a very dramatic way.
Ooh.
2, Lacey stays still while Seth runs toward the door, telling him to wait. Lacey twitches again. 3, Lacey grabs Dennis's ankle, knocking him to the ground. Chaos ensues as Dennis tries to fight Lacey off. Seth tries to open the door and Polly screams for him to keep it shut. So they're like both fighting, like either close or open the door. Seth finally overpowers her, opens the door as Dennis kicks away at Lacey's body. Then Seth grabs Dennis and drags him inside.
Okay.
Lacey still has a hold of Dennis, though, so they hurriedly try to close the door. But in the process, Lacey's hand gets trapped. They pull the door shut anyway, severing Lacey's hand from her body.
No. Her hand is going to be like attacking us in here. It's going to be like skittering around.
It's our first score check, so we can chat about it.
Okay, I'm going to call Lacey like dead, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
And I guess the gas station attendant guy. I could be working at a gas station.
Yeah.
You know, actually, I have worked at a gas station.
Oh, okay.
Interesting times.
Oh.
That one, yeah, the gas station attendant guy, you're screwed.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So pretty much 0 on a gas station attendant.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to Lacey, like, obviously I wouldn't be shooting up tampon drugs in a gas station bathroom, but I could be just needing to use a gas station bathroom.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I will not use a gas station bathroom.
Oh, I will in an emergency. And as an IBS girly, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
You know, I feel like I need to clarify too. It's not because of like cleanliness. It's because I'm too scared to ask for the key.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually don't think I've ever used a bathroom where you need a key like that.
Oh, see,
a lot of gas stations for me are just like
you just go.
I go to a lot of Quick Trips. That's like the big gas. Do you have Wawa?
No.
Do you know the vibe?
I've heard of Wawa.
They're just like almost like grocery gas stations.
Oh, and
they don't have like a whole key around back that you have to use. So I guess I wasn't thinking about that. I guess if it's a key around back, I'm way less likely to use it.
Yeah. See, that's my general experience with gas station bathrooms.
Yeah.
And that scares me.
I feel like I'm having a hard time with Lacey because it would be easier for me if like Seth or Polly were the ones to get hurt here and like be turned into whatever the hell this is, and I'm considering it a death because Seth and Polly stopped to pick up the hitchhiker, and it's the first act, so I could be like, well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't do it. You and me both.
Yeah, but it's not them that's turned. It is Lacey, and Lacey, I can say, you know, I wouldn't be on a trip escaping the country for drugs or whatever with this man.
True.
Yeah, I can say that, but at the end of the day, it's just like if you end up at this gas station, no matter what your means are, what you're doing or where you're trying to go, you're screwed here.
Yeah.
I have to give myself like, okay, we still have 3 people, you know? We've got like a core 4 situation happening here, and we've got 3 people alive. But gas station attendant, Lacey, and then just overall vibes of where I think this is going, I'm going to still go like 48.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Damn. I went 74.
Valid. Because of the 25% knockoff?
I didn't think about it even that deeply.
Okay.
Like, this was kind of, yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's just still people alive. And I think that's where I'm at, which is always a little tricky.
Yeah, it is. It's annoying because I want to stay under 50% because it's so wrong place, wrong time so far.
Yeah.
And those are hard to work myself around. It's like, well, you're just screwed if you end up here, you know?
Yeah.
50-50 chance if you come across this splinter creature.
Right. And it seems like if it finds you, it's got you, because just the way that it attacked Lacey was kind of insane.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're doing really great. Honestly, like, I feel like first act, even 74 is low compared to most of our first act scores.
Usually we're like 80 plus in the first act. We find a way to make it work.
And not today.
Yeah.
All right. So Lacey's hand has been severed from her body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it lays still on the ground.
For a moment. As soon as it separates, it's on its back, right? It jumps back up, flips over so that it can use its like little fingers as legs.
Oh, okay. So like the wrist is at the top.
Yeah, kind of like your typical like crawling hand.
Yeah.
The weird thing about it is I think it only has like 3 active fingers at the moment. I don't know how many the other 2, but it's just like, it does not look right.
I know I was going to say, you said this was low budget. How is it? Does it look crazy?
Like, it does, but like, it's not bad. Like,
okay, cool.
I'm not upset about it. There's like one shot we'll get to later that's like my favorite thing I've ever seen in my life. But
okay.
This hand it's interesting.
Okay.
What is that? Polly screams as the 3 of them back away from the hand. But wait, Seth's pretty intrigued. So he leans in closer to the hand.
Oh, Seth.
Well, Polly's like, yo, back up. What are you doing? It's moving, Seth says, making a truly remarkable observation.
Is this really the craziest thing that you've seen today? Are you so shocked that it's moving, Seth?
Yes.
Where have you been?
It's moving. This hand, this hand is nasty looking. It's bloody, spikes coming out of it. The whole thing looks just like the creatures. It's actually moving itself, Seth says. It's going for the blood.
Okay.
Seth stays studying the hand like the nerd that he is, while Dennis walks on over to the counter of the store, picks up a bag of charcoal, comes back over, drops the whole thing on the hand. And Seth looks at him very disappointedly.
Amazing. Wait, Dennis gets shit done. Why did I not think that we could do that?
Yeah, right?
Just drop a bag of charcoal. It's done.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a super strength hand, I don't think.
No, it's not giving that energy.
Okay.
So he drops that bag, and Seth looks at him disappointedly and stands up. He goes to kick the bag of charcoal, but Polly's like, please don't, like...
Oh my God.
No. He does it anyway. Seth kicks the bag off of the hand.
Why is he... Like, you've been the most passive man in the world this whole movie, and now you want to do this shit. Now you want to step up and get stuff done. What do you think you're doing? Like, what do you want to do?
Exactly.
Seth.
The hand is still just vibing under there. And while Seth is gawking at it, circling around it, he laughs and he's like, oh my God, you see this? It's following me. Like, he's so fucking nonchalant about this severed hand walking around the store. Like, I can't get over it.
Yeah.
Seth is far from scared. He's just super hype about this new discovery. Now, remember, he's a biology student, so he is intrigued from that perspective. The hand continues to twitch and like chitter, like it makes like a chittering sound.
I know exactly what you mean, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, maybe like kind of clickerish energy,
sure,
in a way. But then it just like suddenly falls to its side in the puddle of blood. Oh. And on closer inspection, we can see that it's interacting with the blood.
Oh.
Seth's gonna fill us in, okay?
Okay.
It's metabolizing. I can't believe this. I think it's feeding. See, it's digesting the blood. See the black stuff right there? I think that's the waste.
Oh, that's really cool. Just like the trees. I've never been more interested in what you have to say, Seth.
Let's keep chatting about the severed hand that's moving.
Yeah.
That's so, you're so right. Let's stand here. Dennis finally pipes up and he's like, is he eating her? He asks. No, it's absorbing the nutrients on a cellular level, Seth answers. It's more like a mold, I think. So Polly asks if this thing essentially feeds off of people, to which Seth responds that it likely feeds off of any type of animal. Seth continues to nerd out over this hand when a loud thud sounds from the front of the store. What was that? Polly asks as Dennis creeps closer to the door. Dennis looks through the glass when Lacey's face is suddenly slammed into the door, jump scaring everyone. Like right in his face, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Lacey's body slams itself into the glass again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
Seth has to plead with Dennis to just walk away. There's nothing he can do. That's not her anymore. Like, you have to let her go.
Yeah.
Lacey keeps slamming herself into the glass as the three others slowly make their way to the back of the store, like the back rooms type area. In the back, they come across a locked door to the outside. Shit, we need keys, Polly says, turning to Seth. Go. So Seth heads quietly back into the main area to try and find some keys. He crawls behind the main counter and searches around. He finds 2 hooks labeled bathroom key and backdoor key, but they're both empty.
Oh, great.
Of course. We can still hear Lacey slamming into the front of the glass, by the way. She's just going at it. Backdoor key, Seth mutters to himself repeatedly as he rummages through drawers, but bro's having no luck whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Polly continues to fight against the door when Dennis says, "You gotta pop the hinges." What? Polly asks. "Screwdriver," he responds. Polly calls out to Seth, telling him to find a screwdriver instead.
Mm-hmm.
Now, luckily, we're in a gas station convenience store, so they sell screwdrivers here. Yay. Seth grabs one off the rack, runs it back to Polly, who gets to work. She uses the screwdriver to pop the hinges off the door, while Seth just kind of panic watches, and Dennis has a bit of an internal monologue externally. The plan was to get her to Mexico, get her clean. We both wanted a baby. We had a meeting of the minds. It was definitely going to be a baby girl. Polly just turns to him like, "We got to get out of the gas station." I think she's kind of like, "Okay, that's great."
Yeah, now's not the time. Also, I'm a little bit confused on why they had to go to Mexico to get her clean.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Polly is struggling with the last hinge, so Seth finally steps up and offers to help, and Dennis still just sits on the floor. Polly is doing everything here, by the way. She's just taking charge of everything.
She better be the one to survive. I'll be mad if not.
Mm-hmm. So Seth frees the final hinge, and they begin to pull the door out from the frame. They move it to the side, revealing that there is a locked gate door on the other side of this door.
Oh my god.
"Let us out of here," Polly screams in frustration, shaking the gate.
Mm-hmm.
"Hold on, wait," Seth says. The 3 of them listen and realize that all the banging from Lacey at the front of the store has ceased.
Oh no, that's not good.
No, I know.
She's going to be coming for you right here.
Yeah, you don't want that. "It's gone," Seth says, just as sounds begin to come from the roof.
Okay.
They quickly throw the door back into the frame. "We gotta go," Seth says. They wander back into the main store area, and when they turn to the front door, a cop stands just outside with her gun trained on them.
Oh, they're about to die. She's going to drop down on that cop. It's going to be unfortunate.
It's going to be great. "Don't move," she demands. Seth and Polly put their hands up and are like, "Whoa, okay. Listen. You gotta listen to us." Dennis slowly backs into the shadows, but not before the cop catches a glimpse of him. "Shit," she says under her breath before continuing. "Dennis Farrell, you're under arrest. Drop the gun, put your hands on your head." Polly interrupts. "You don't understand. You're not listening. There's something out there." And the cop's just ignoring the 2 of them as they're
is there not blood all over the door?
Girl, watch this.
Okay.
No, so the cop just continues on. "Got every state trooper in Oklahoma looking for you, Farrell. They all know what you're like, and none of them would mind taking you out of here feet first." Seth and Polly continue to plead with her. "Yo, listen, get back in your car. Just, can you do something?" She's paying them no mind. It's all about Farrell.
Of course.
Now, she's been standing on the left side door, and she finally glances over to the right side door that is absolutely covered in blood.
Oh my god. Girl.
It's the way I wrote. No, the line that I wrote was the cop finally looks over and notices all the blood on the other pane of glass. The one right next to her.
Right.
This is just another moment in the movie where you go, okay, yep. Mm-hmm.
No, yeah. This is one of my big pet peeves in movies when they act like the camera POV is all that the characters can see.
Right.
It drives me crazy.
Yes. And this is what I mean, where like I like this movie, but it's got a lot of little moments where like this exactly where you go, oh my God, like come on. Like that's so annoying. So the cop sees it and she just goes, Jesus, what did you do, Farrell? Now, up to this point, Dennis has stayed quiet, but he finally speaks up, echoing what Polly and Seth have been saying. Listen to me. You're going to get in your car right now. You're going to call this in. Wake the whole goddamn state if you have to. Tell them you've got a hostage situation on your hands. So he's kind of like willing to just go with it, but like frame it in a different way to just appease her, right?
That's smart.
Yeah. I'm calling it in, the cop responds, and everyone seems relieved. But I'm not going anywhere, she says. And they all know. They're all just like, they kind of give up at this point. They just shrug and they're like,
you're just going to die then.
you go for it, girl.
Yeah.
514, come in, she says into her receiver, but no one responds. She does it a couple more times. No response. Polly tries one more time to like be like, just get in your car. But the next thing we know, we can hear heavy footsteps from the roof above us.
Can the cop hear them too?
The cop can hear them too.
Oh, good.
As she looks up to see what all this commotion is about. She calls into her police radio one last time before a figure throws itself from the roof of the gas station to the hood over the gas pumps. Like flies through the air. Like, ooh, crazy jump. A handful of black spikes rain down, implanting themselves into the officer's face, like right into her cheeks.
Oh my God, it is just like porcupines.
It's very porcupine.
Can't they do that? Can't they like shoot them out, or is that just in cartoons?
I think they can, right?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I think they can. We might. We're not science girlies. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, Seth could tell us all about it, I'm sure.
I know. Let's ask Seth. So Seth screams at the cop to run, but it's too late. The cop is grabbed by something dangling from above her. It wraps its arms around her and pulls up. Her body's lifted off the ground and blood starts spraying and dripping in all directions. Now, instead of just pulling the whole body up, the creature pulls the officer's torso from her legs, ripping her in two before disappearing to the roof with just her top half and her legs remain on the ground. Isn't it?
How does that look good?
It looks, honestly, like, again, I think one thing that they utilize pretty well is like this shaky camera, quick cuts type thing. Works. To kind of hide the fact that it's low budget. But if you pause it, like I paused on the raccoon from the beginning of the movie, and it's like totally just like a taxidermy raccoon that they're just shaking around, and it's so funny.
Oh, I love that.
But yeah, no, it honestly, I thought this was fun. I like some fun gore death. I'm down.
Yeah.
So Seth, Polly, and Dennis scream, cry, and throw up, literally.
Yeah.
Witnessing this entire thing from within the store. It took half of her, Seth announces to the others, as if they didn't literally just see it.
Seth, isn't that so cool? Like, look at that. Half of a body out there. It's just laying there. They just got split in half. It's crazy.
Seth he's so weird. I can't with him.
I think we should go inspect it, Seth.
Let's go look at it. So Polly really breaks down now, kind of like for the first time. She's been the strong one up to this point, but she breaks. She's sobbing, saying, it killed her, it killed the other girl, it killed everything, it's going to get in here, it's going to kill us. She's hysterical, and Seth is trying his best to comfort her.
Good.
From outside, we look in through the bloody glass door, and we begin to move up the glass, up the wall, and onto the roof, following a blood trail the entire way. When we reach the roof, we see a blurred out version of the cop, like spasming and reaching for the edge before being pulled backward very quickly. From another angle, we see it. A large, fleshy mass exists in the center of the roof.
What the hell?
Black tendrils reach out from the mass, pulling the cop's torso into it, making her a part of this larger being. Now, we immediately cut from this to a wide, high-angle exterior shot of the gas station, and the roof is fully visible, and there's nothing on it. So I guess that tells us that it's mobile. From a direction standpoint, I would have put some like bloodstains on the roof, but we didn't do that either, so it's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, it seems like some time has passed. It's calm now. And we're inside the store, and Dennis looks down at his left hand, where the black spidery veins have continued to move farther down his finger and his hand.
Right.
Seth paces, and Polly looks out the front window. Her car's right there. We should make a run for it, she says, referencing the cop's cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
That thing's way faster than we are, Dennis retorts. Yeah, but we've got a gun and we've got a bat, Polly insists. Gun and bat ain't gonna do shit, Dennis says flatly.
Right.
And I too agree.
Yep.
Polly just stares Dennis down with a look of anger, frustration, and annoyance all at once. You've got a firecracker on your hands here, Dennis says, looking to Seth. Lacey was like that. Polly wastes no time responding. I'm nothing like your white trash, drugged out girlfriend.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like that was a bit much.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But okay, girl. I'm going to pretend you didn't say that.
Uh-huh. Seth actually looks appalled that she just said that. The look on his face, what the fuck are you doing? Firecracker, Dennis says, pointing to this as just another example of her fiery energy. He's not even offended. He's just yep, that's what I expect from you.
Yeah.
Polly's done with this. She says they need to do something. Sitting around here arguing is going to get them nowhere. All right, let's start with what we know, Seth offers. We don't know shit, Seth, Polly says. We know that it attacks you and you die.
Yeah.
No, Seth interrupts. We know that thing infected his girlfriend, so it's a parasite, right? It uses its host for mobility. It consumes you. It's like a fungus or a mold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are you saying? Polly asks. Seth pauses a moment. I don't know, he says. So what you're saying is that it attacks you and you die, Polly says.
I mean, in so many words, well, yes.
Well, yes. Seth's kind of a little speechless at that, but he moves on anyway. And he's like, she calls it in, right? He asks, referring to the cop. Someone's going to come. Nobody's coming, Dennis says. And Seth's like, but she said they were looking for you. There's a whole manhunt going on or something. But Dennis explains that they won't be looking for him here. They think he's going south to Mexico. Mm-hmm. Seth and Polly are like, well, yeah, aren't you? That's what you said. Well, no, not yet. Dennis is heading north to Platte first. So great. No one is coming. This is something we'll come back to later because it's kind of random right now, but you're like, okay, what? Where are you going? Why do they think you're going to Mexico?
And why is it so important right now?
Exactly. Dennis thinks to himself and takes a look at the monitor featuring the security cameras. It's perfect, he says. Seth and Polly are obviously like, what? Spit it out. We're in a state forest, a national treasure, right? This is the first time we're learning this, by the way. Mm-hmm. Well, there's 10 feet between the back of the building and the trees. Oil runs down the steps, across the dirt, into the trees. He pauses and shakes a box of matches in his hands. Mm-hmm. Seth is like, you want to set the forest on fire. Light it up and wait for the sirens, Dennis says. Well, Seth hates this idea, but Polly's on board.
Well, he loves trees. He knows they're 400 years old. And you know what? I don't want to see a national forest burn, but it's not a bad idea as far as getting attention to get help. So
exactly.
I
think at this point, I would like to pretend I would be all environmentalist, but I think I'm going to be survivalist here.
I would as well.
But that's not Seth's only issue, but we'll get to that in just a second because Polly's going to head over and grab some lighter fluid that the store has in stock, and she gets to work with Dennis. They head to the back door, and what they decide to do is they use a dustpan. They shove it under the door frame and squirt the lighter fluid in the pan and let it run under the door.
That's very smart. Wow.
Yeah, not bad. They come up with that in 0.2 seconds. Mm-hmm. So Seth is trying to explain to them, though, that this is crazy because the fire is going to just come back up to the building and the entire building is going to catch on fire, not to mention that this is a gas station and there is a giant tank of gasoline below them.
Right.
Polly gets it. She's like, yes, I know, but we could get fire trucks out here and then they could save us, if they come out quick enough, whatever.
Maybe.
I think this is a wild thought.
It's a stretch, yeah.
I could see myself being desperate enough to be like, all right, let's just fucking try it.
Yeah.
But also, it's probably not the smartest thing in the world. So Seth and Polly just kind of agree to disagree. But Dennis and Polly are going to continue pouring the lighter fluid, and Seth is just going to walk away. Mm-hmm. He goes and takes a seat in the main store area when he hears some chatter and tells everyone to be quiet for a moment. In the silence, the three of them can hear the police radio outside. Looking outside, they realize that the radio is still attached to the bottom half of the officer, just outside the door.
Yeah, we will be getting that. I'd go out to get that.
You'd
I
go
think
out
I
and get
would.
it?
I think if no one else would, I would. But I would try to not be the person, of course.
Fair enough. So they all stare it down. They're all just standing at the door staring at it. It's like about 3 feet, if that, from the door.
Okay.
All we have to do is grab it, Dennis says. Takes no more than 3 seconds. Yeah, 3 seconds is all it needs, Seth says. There's no way they can open this door. Seth turns back and looks around the store, his eyes landing on a rack of t-shirts on wire hangers.
Sure.
He grabs one and begins to straighten it out.
Yeah.
What are we thinking? Dennis asks. Seth explains that we're going to tape a few hangers together to create a hook and then snake it out the speaker hole in the counter window. Try and grab it. I didn't see this until now.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean by that? Like, you could probably go up to the attendant and just ask.
From outside.
Slide the money underneath. Yeah. So there is one of those. So we have some holes that we can work with right next to the door. Seth thinks this is a safer plan, so the others decide they can give it a shot, put the fire plan on hold for a minute. They go ahead, tape the hangers together, and Seth starts to snake it through the hole. Slowly, he begins to reach for the radio on the ground as we see the bottom half of the officer start to grow black spikes. The hook they made isn't long enough, so they need another hanger. Dennis offers to go grab it, and when he gets over there, his hand starts like kind of freaking out, and we can tell that Dennis is in a lot of pain, but he's trying to remain calm.
Oh dear, yeah.
His entire hand and wrist are covered in black veins now. And
how are they not seeing this, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know up to this point.
Yeah.
If he's been covering it. Like, I didn't notice, so I'm not sure. He holds back cries when suddenly his index finger, the one that had initially been splintered, just completely bends backward on its own.
Okay.
Polly can tell something's off, so she like calls over to Dennis, like, are you all right? He says he just cut himself, and he wraps his hand up, covering the evidence of his broken finger. And this is kind of giving like Dangerous Animals when we talked about having to pretend that you're not in excruciating pain when you are. There was a moment like that in that movie, and he's just trying to like not think about it. But like his finger literally just bent all the way backwards. It was pretty nasty. So they go ahead, they tape the third hanger to their hook contraption, and it's long enough now, but it's really challenging to hook the radio on. Seth keeps trying and trying and trying until eventually he's able to get it on the hook.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He has to like slowly pull the hook back toward himself and up to the window. The radio is hanging on for dear life. Like it's like right on the edge there. He finally gets it up to the little counter thingy and reaches his hand in the carved out money spot to try and pull the radio through to their side. Just as he's about to get a hold of the radio, the creature slams down on the ground in front of them from the roof, just in front of the window there. Now, this obviously scares the shit out of everyone, and it causes Seth to drop the radio, but not completely. It's like still on the hook. So now he's trying to reel it back in quickly while the creature...
Not too quick.
Yeah, I know. Ugh. The creature's just kind of like stalking around like beyond the glass.
Yeah.
Now, Seth finally gets the radio beneath the glass and pulls it, trying to get it through. But the creature claws at them and causes the wire to pull from the other end of the radio, making the receiver completely worthless now.
Great.
Of course.
I don't like, that's why I think it would have been honestly better to just quickly go grab it and run back in. Like, I know it's possible that the monster is just like waiting on the roof to drop down, but this monster, I feel like, has enough strength to just bust through these windows and doors if they want to. So it's just like, at this point, just take any advantage you can while you can't. Like, he's gonna get you if it wants to. Like, being out there for 3 seconds isn't gonna change the fact of whether it's gonna get you or not, you know?
Right. Yeah. They're definitely trying to like frame it where like, oh my God, if we go out there, we're dead. But it does seem like you should be able to like open the door quietly, like reach out and just like grab the radio. I would agree with that. So the creature shoves its like one of the hands through the window hole now, like in that like money slot, trying to reach for the 3 humans on the other side. And Seth and Dennis just back up. Well, Polly grabs a bat and starts smashing at the hand over and over and over again before the hand eventually like pulls back, because she's a badass and she's great.
Yes, she is.
So Seth and Polly run to the back of the store, and Polly's convinced that this thing's gonna break in now. Like you were just saying, like it's really gonna try and get in here now. So interestingly, the arm/hand that had been trying to reach in is now put its arm, like it's back through the hole and is using the edge of the window to saw itself off from the main being.
Oh.
And it does so successfully before falling onto the floor inside. So we have like a forearm and a hand has fallen into the building.
Okay.
Yeah. Seth and Polly don't realize that this is happening, but they do notice that the creature took the rest of the officer. Her legs are no longer sitting outside the store. This is also when Seth realizes that they haven't seen Dennis in a minute. Do you think it got to him? Polly asks. I don't see how it could have, Seth responds. He gets up and peers over the aisles to see if he can catch a glimpse of Dennis. He's nowhere to be seen. Now, the hand-arm creature has started walking toward the back of the store when Polly finally sees it and calls for Seth to come quick. Now, it's hard to explain what's going on here because the entire hand is one leg. And then the forearm is like split in two the long way. And then the two halves of the arms are also legs. So it's got like 3 legs and it's like walking around.
Oh, ew. Like a little
something.
3-legged spider.
Yeah. It's kind of doing like a weird little bouncy thing. I don't know. Seth comes over and they both kind of like just stare at this thing. It's like wandering aimlessly and very like chill around the store. But Seth is like, run. Just then, the hand like sprints toward them. This is the fucking shot that I love. Because this thing just starts like scurrying along the ground. And it's like top speed. It's like so funny. I love it so much.
That is so funny. Like little in horror. No, this is a trope. This is a niche. In horror, there are little things that scurry run at you. And it makes me laugh every time. Like, but it also like gives me chills. Like, ew, ew, ew.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like gross, but you're also like, "LOL, look at that thing go!"
Yes,
like, it's vibing. So, like, Seth and Polly are running away from this hand, and they're throwing stuff at it, throwing things on the ground, trying to like block its path. And they've cornered themselves in the back of the store against the freezers as they try to fight the hand off of them. Suddenly, one of the freezer doors opens behind them and Dennis pops his head out saying, "Watch the splinters, don't let it stick you," before ushering them to follow him inside the freezer. The 3 quickly crawl into the freezer and shut the door, just in time, of course, and the hand throws itself against the glass over and over and over again. "Move away from the glass," Dennis says. "It'll forget." Seth and Polly move back from the glass as they watch the hand slowly seem to actually forget that they exist.
Oh, like object permanence situation. Okay.
So it throws itself into the glass a few more times and then moves away. Polly turns to Dennis and asks how he knew that was going to happen. "I don't think there's anything smart about it," he responds, and Seth agrees. They determine that it definitely has a method for tracking, but it isn't actually thinking, just following an instinct like at a cellular level. Polly's like, "Okay, but why can't it track us in here?" That's something that Seth doesn't seem to know the answer to. Dennis suddenly lets out a cry of pain, catching Seth and Polly's attention. Looking at his arm, we can now see that the black veins have nearly reached his elbow at this point. "What is it?" Seth asks. "Did they get you?" All Dennis can do is moan and scream as his arm seems to be fighting like against itself.
Oh, yeah.
We hear another bone crack.
Okay, yeah.
Polly and Seth back up as the cloth that Dennis has wrapped around his hand falls to the floor, and he's now growing black spikes out of his hand. His fingers start bending in all sorts of horrible directions before his whole arm bends backward at the elbow. Dennis screams and then yells for Seth to hand him the knife. "It's spreading," he says. "I'm gonna have to cut it." Polly grabs a box cutter, handing it to Dennis, and he immediately holds it up about 3 inches above his elbow. Seth and Polly let out panicked sighs as they prepare themselves for what is to come. Dennis is about to shove the blade in when he literally passes out. Mood. I absolutely think this is realistically what would happen to me in this situation.
Most people probably. That's crazy.
Yeah, because like we've talked about this before. Like, could you cut your hand off? Whatever.
Ugh.
I never even considered. Like, I probably would just pass out.
Oh yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know if you would. You'd either pass out, or it's like it's so traumatic that you are just completely dissociating and you can't even feel it, and you're just like you can't feel anything.
Right.
But I don't know. I'd probably pass out before I got to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. So like, what are we gonna do? Polly asks. We're gonna cut it. Seth replies. Seth gets into full-on doctor mode now.
Mm-hmm.
He has Polly use a thick, like, packing blanket to wrap the infected part of the arm and uses a plastic bag to tie off the upper part of Dennis's arm.
Mm-hmm.
They both hold him down as Seth drives the blade into Dennis's arm and starts slicing and dicing.
Crazy.
Now, I gotta say, I didn't watch this part on my first watch because I couldn't. Second watch, I got really lightheaded when I was writing the script.
Wow. So it looks real.
It's a combination of, like, I guess how it looks and like just the concept of like they're using a box cutter.
Ew,
like,
yeah.
It's like insane.
Yeah. I hate that.
Did not enjoy this. So Dennis, obviously, like, he's woken back up. He's crying out in pain. Seth is cutting and cutting quickly, like very quickly, going all around the bone. But he realizes,
could you be the person cutting?
No,
I'd
definitely pass out.
I can't. No, I couldn't be on either end of this.
No,
I'd be like, just let me die. Like,
yeah, at this point,
I'll leave. I'll see myself out.
yeah. Seth is cutting quickly around the bone, but he realizes as he's actively trying to saw through, which we can hear him like trying to saw through the bone.
Yeah,
but he's like, it's not gonna go through. It's not sharp enough.
Oh my God, that sucks. You just went through that for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, Seth looks around the back, like, refrigerator freezer area for something to use when his eyes land upon a stack of cinder blocks.
Oh my God. Oh my God. No, literally, I'll leave. Like, please,
I know.
Stay away from me. Like, I will become the monster and I'll be happy.
Yep, I can't do it. So we make a little cut here, like a little tiny time cut. And we hear Seth go, all right, on 3. You ready? Polly holds Dennis's arm down while Seth stands above him with a cinder block in his hands. 1, 2, 3. Seth counts before holding the cinder block above his head. He slams it down hard on Dennis's arm, breaking it clean off in one go.
Whoa. Oh my God, good for him. That's crazy. But
Like,
oh my God.
Breaks right off. Dennis's scream echoes into the night as we get another high-angle exterior shot of the gas station. And this is score check 2.
Okay. Can I just say that Seth is a city boy no more?
Yes, right? Exactly.
He stepped up. Okay, so this is really interesting because technically, right, we don't, well, technically we have one death, the officer.
Oh, the officer, true.
So I will have to take that into account. Well, I would not find myself being a police officer personally, so I guess
Same.
I can use that to my advantage here.
Sure.
And I just am not going to buy into the movie magic bullshit of her rolling up on this scene and thinking everything looks completely normal. Because if I was her, I would not get out of that car. I would know I would see everything.
Yep.
And I'd be calling for backup and I'd be in my car. You know, I'm just mad at all of that. So I'm going to give myself, like, when it comes to the officer, I want to give myself like a 75% at least. At least.
I'm okay, like, with
come on. And then I'm going to do something here that I have yet to do on this podcast. And I never thought I would. Dennis. He's alive.
He's alive.
If I was Dennis, I would choose death.
Oh my God.
I know he's still alive, but if I was Dennis, I would not be. I'd be like, you are not using that little blade on me. You are not dropping a cinder block on my arm. I'm just going to go outside and let this freaking creature take me. Like, I'd rather just die. I can't handle that. So I'm going to give myself a 0 when it comes to Dennis.
Oh my God. No, it's crazy because I didn't think that at all, but you're so right. Like, just like, it's so nitty gritty, this whole like chopping off of the arm situation and the freaking gas station freezer, that it's like, oh my God, ew. Yeah.
Hate
that's fair.
It. So divide that by 2 because I'm at like a 75 with the officer. You know? So I'm 0 with Dennis, 75 with the officer. That brings me to a 37, a 38. And then we do still have the 2 others to keep in mind who are alive.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to lower a little bit here to like a 40%.
Fair enough. See, I think at this point for me, because I was at 74, and at this point, I don't feel like I can be that high, even though we haven't lost that many people. I just think there's been opportunities and like the whole arm chopping off. Like, what am I doing there?
Yeah.
I want to just dip below for now to 49.
Sure.
Just to dip me below 50, because at this point, I don't know. I just don't like my odds, my ability to be able to do what I need to do in this situation. I think I'm just crashing out.
Yeah, I'm hopefully Polly or Seth, and I'm just still crashing out in the gas station, you know?
Right. Exactly. All right. So 3rd act, here we go. A cut to black tells us that we've made a time jump here, and we open back up to an open bottle of painkillers covered in blood spilled on the floor. They must have Dennis on anything and everything right now because he does actually seem kind of all right. Like, he's conscious. He's sitting there with his, arm all bandaged up.
Gotta be the adrenaline.
Right. So the 3 of them sit in this fridge freezer area. Started with that splinter I got from the flat tire. Whatever we ran over is the same thing that's out there. Dennis looks to Seth, saying, "Looks like I underestimated you. You can't change a tire, but fuck if you can't chop off an arm." So, like what you just said is exactly where Dennis has made it with him as well.
Yeah.
Polly kind of like giggles and is like, "Yeah, he's a keeper." And Seth laughs too. "Wish we'd made it to Mexico, man," Dennis says. "Wish we'd never gone camping," Seth replies. And they hold up their beers that they've now opened to kind of cheers this deadly situation. Yeah. Good for them. But Polly wants to remain optimistic. "This isn't over. We just got to get him to a hospital. There's a hospital in Platt, right?" she asks, turning her attention specifically to Dennis. "Don't know. Never been there," Dennis replies. He tells us that that's just where Lacey had been stashing his nest egg.
What?
"You two never read about me?" "What?"
What? His stashing his what?
Nest egg? Are you familiar with that?
No.
It's like, it's not a literal egg. There's no eggs. A nest egg is like your savings.
Why?
You've never heard of this?
No.
What? Wait, I want to look up the definition.
Your savings in general, or like your physical savings that you're not keeping in a bank?
So if you look up nest egg, a sum of money saved for the future.
Oh, so it can be saved anywhere. It's just saved money. That's
usually it's like for a specific purpose, like starting a family or buying a house. That's usually kind of what that refers to. I'm sorry I just scared you. You were like, "Oh my God, he's an alien."
No, I actually blacked out like during that whole sentence because I just got stuck on nest egg. So what? So back up.
So like he's like, "Oh, I've never been to Platt." And he tells us that that's just where Lacey had been stashing his nest egg.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That was a wild ride.
I need to know how many people have never heard of. I don't know if that's just a me thing or if it's a regional thing.
It might be. That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
"You two never read about me?" Dennis asks, now getting serious. Seth and Polly shake their heads. Well, Dennis is going to tell us now how he ended up in his situation. "I was stealing big rigs. Then this last time, I was working a 5-day straight meth high. I asked this guy to give up his keys. He didn't, and I shot him. Didn't kill him straight away, just shattered his spine. He died about a year later, and by then, him and his old lady had gone bankrupt from all the medical bills, and I was sitting in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
I know how it sounds. I just figured if I ever got out, I'd do 2 things. I'd get my ass across the border with Lacey and make sure his wife was taken care of."
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what? I don't... You still like kept hostages at gunpoint, so I'm not going to totally buy into like the anti-hero situation here, but valid. It's a nice little backstory that helps put some empathy into his character.
Right. I think what he has here is a bit of a redemption arc that isn't the strongest written redemption arc of all time.
Yeah.
but the idea is there.
Yes.
This is, again, I'm going to keep saying it. This is what I mean when I say you and Mel, I think you could fix this script up so good.
Get us on the job.
Yes. So Polly asks, were you really going to give your nest egg to the trucker's wife?
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds foolish, but I figured if I ever got a second chance, she should too, he responds.
Mm-hmm.
Polly looks to Seth and shakes her head. Isn't he the strangest one-armed convict you've ever met? But Seth seems like he's stopped paying attention.
Oh, good.
He's in his own world now. Temperature, he says out loud. He then tells the others that he needs to check something, and next thing we know, we're wandering back into the main store area.
Mm-hmm.
Seth leads with a bat, while Polly helps Dennis, who isn't in the best shape ever right now.
Yep.
She's kind of serving as a crutch for him.
Yeah.
The three of them creep forward slowly, clearly looking for the hand creature, keeping their eyes out for it. Seth's banging on things to see if it's hiding, get its attention. It never reveals itself as they make their way over to the security cameras. Seth pushes the tape in, and he scrubs through the footage going back to the initial attack when they first arrived to the station. Now, this has been stuck in my head, he says. Why does it give up on me and go straight for the car? We don't actually get to see the tape, but Seth is kind of explaining to us that the creature just ran straight into the hood of the car instead of turning after him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was ever going for me, he says.
Mm-hmm.
It was going for the car because it was hotter. So,
okay.
We've got it. It tracks with heat, which would also explain why it lost their trail in the freezer section.
Right.
Now, Seth is about to cook up a crazy plan here, and it goes a little like this. The body can safely drop to a temperature of 89.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything lower than that would cause a medical emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Seth notes the temperature outside is currently coming in at about 93.6 degrees Fahrenheit.
Damn.
Meaning that if he can keep his temperature between 89.6 and 93, he should be able to walk outside to the sheriff's car without being detected.
Okay, cool.
So how are we going to do this? Well, Seth lays down in the freezer room, his body surrounded by bags of ice with a thermometer in his mouth. He is shivering. The thermometer beeps. 95, Polly says. Seth just holds up the okay emoji with his fingers.
Yeah.
Seth, you're gonna kill yourself, Polly says with concern. Not if you keep me above 89.6, he responds.
Oh, not if you keep me above.
Yeah, right?
No pressure.
No pressure at all. So they just lay there as his body temperature continues to drop. And Polly clearly doesn't want him to do this, but Seth is insisting. They check his temperature again. 94 now. Polly goes to kiss Seth, and at first he accepts the kiss, but then he tells her to stop because if she does too much of that,
oh my God,
she's gonna warm up his lips.
I almost forgot it was 2008.
No, I know. This part, for whatever reason, this line, I was just ew. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So a little more time passes, and Seth is down to an acceptable temperature. He stands by the door, still holding on to bags of ice, while Polly collects some fireworks from the shelves. I'm going to use these fireworks to keep that thing off you, okay? She says. Seth tells Polly that he loves her, and she says that she loves him too.
Mm-hmm.
And then he promises her that next year will be better. I promise, he says.
If this doesn't end with them getting at it under the stars, that's the last shot.
Oh my God.
But do you know what I would do? This is really stupid probably in this situation.
Tell me.
I would be scared to do something like this, and the monster, when you're venturing that far away from the gas station, but knowing that we're safe when we're in by the freezer for refrigerated stuff, there's food here, eventually people are going to come across this gas station and it's going to get reported and it's going to become a thing, and people are going to a whole brigade is going to come in and try to fight this thing. Eventually, can we just chill in the freezer section and eat some waffles?
Chill in the freezer section.
Exactly. And let's get a bucket, pee in a bucket, eat the food, and just wait for someone to come help.
This is one of the many things that I was referring to. This is what you should do.
Do you agree? I don't know if that's bad for me to say, because it's how long is that going to last? How long is it going to take before people can help? But I feel I'd do that first before I tried to do this.
I agree. I think this is another suspension of belief because I think, one, somebody should have driven by at this point.
Yeah.
Two, we're still in a national forest, like on a road. Like people are going to drive by. Realistically, they should just sit and wait. But I feel like we're trying to pretend like nobody would ever come and find them. This is literally one of the things where I'm like, do we even take that? Like when it comes to our scores, can we take that into account? Because it's like,
it would change things.
Right. Exactly. Well, it's time for Seth to go outside now. So Polly takes a firework and she lights it and chucks it out the back door through like that locked gate that, that we saw before.
Yep.
And the distraction has been set. Go, 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 she yells to Seth and Dennis up front. Seth slowly heads outside, bag of ice in hand, thermometer in his mouth. This man is shivering like crazy and he can barely walk, but he's powering through, heading toward the sheriff's car. Slowly, of course, his temperature is going to rise. Even though he's holding the ice, he's outside, he's walking. His temperature is going to rise. Out back, Polly's continuing to throw fireworks, and she's managed to get the creature's attention with the heat. It's made its way over to the fireworks to investigate. Back and forth we go, checking in with Seth, checking in with Polly kind of vibes.
Yep.
Seth trudges along. Polly throws out fireworks. Dennis just watches from the window. Now, Seth is getting closer, but he's also slowing down. Polly comes to check on Seth's progress at the front of the store. He's almost there, she whispers. Dennis and Polly trade places, and Dennis heads to the back to throw some more fireworks. Seth finally makes his way to the police cruiser, and he reaches for the keys, and they're not there. What?
Oh, yeah.
Shocker.
Who would have guessed?
I know. I don't see it, Dennis calls from his post at the back door. Where'd it go? Like the creature's gone missing. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
But Dennis just decides to continue to throw fireworks out the back.
Yeah.
Seth finds a radio in the cruiser, but not going to work without the car being on. So he's pretty screwed at this point. His temp is rising fast, and he's got nowhere to go. Just as the thermometer is about to reach 93 degrees, the creature comes flying out of nowhere and rams into the side of the police cruiser.
Okay.
Seth just stays put because there's really nothing else he can do at this point. Like, he's trapped in the car.
Yep.
Polly screams his name from the window, and Dennis throws the last firework, but it doesn't seem to be working. The creature's trying to break into the police cruiser, and next thing we know, Dennis is strutting out the front door with a lit firecracker in his hands. He holds it up to the sky before throwing it across the parking lot. This catches the creature's attention, but it also seems to become aware of Dennis too.
Right.
His body temperature is outside. Dennis sprints back for the store, but he doesn't have enough time to turn around and lock the door. The creature bursts through after him. In the store is pure chaos. The creature's knocking over everything in its path, trying to get to Polly and Dennis. The two of them are able to make their way into a freezer, shutting the door behind them. Outside, Seth gathers all of his strength to try and make it back to help Polly. But before he does, he grabs a large gun of sorts from the back of the cruiser.
Okay, cool. Like, yeah, that's going to help against this giant blob.
Yeah, why not, right? So we're going to take a little look-see-loo at that firework that Dennis had blindly thrown across the parking lot. Its sparks have been shooting out, and they are now reaching that lighter fluid from earlier that we dumped out the back. The fluid very quickly ignites and trails back up to the building, much like Seth said it would. Inside, the creature is throwing itself up against the freezer door as Seth makes his way through the front door. He cocks the gun at the creature just as it's going for Polly and Dennis. He lands a bullet in it, and I don't know what kind of gun this is, but it's powerful. It's not like a grenade launcher, but it's kind of giving that energy of like every bullet you're cocking it, and it's like very powerful.
Yeah. Okay.
So this bullet sends the creature flying back, and he continues to deliver more bullets into this monster. Just then, Polly sees the hand/arm monster come crawling out from behind a shelf, and she calls out to Seth to warn him. He sees it at the last moment and shoots it right into the fire. So, like, he sends a bullet into that, flies back into the fire. The fire, Seth calls out. We've got to get it into the fire. So Polly jumps out of the freezer with, like, a tiny little revolver and starts shooting at the creature herself. The two of them are using their bullets to try and guide the monster into the fire, but it's not going as well as they would hope.
Sure.
So Dennis jumps out of the freezer and he yells, "Here," to Seth. One-armed Dennis demands that Seth give him the gun. Seth seems hesitant, but he goes along with it anyway. Seth tosses the gun across the store, and Dennis catches it and cocks it with one arm, and then screams for Polly and Seth to go. They don't at first, so he orders them again. "Go," he screams. Polly and Seth run out the front door while Dennis continues to pound the creature with bullets until he runs out of bullets. The monster throws itself across the store and into Dennis, piercing his entire body with spikes.
Okay.
Dennis gets away and manages to get his hand on one last bullet. It's a struggle to load the gun with one arm, but he manages and he lures the creature outside. The creature follows him, and when that creature is perfectly lined up next to a gas pump, Dennis fires the bullet into the pump, sending the entire gas station into flames, taking the creature with it. Polly and Seth hear the explosion and turn around to see the creature flailing around in the flames. They also see Dennis laying on the ground and run back to him. They know immediately when they see him that there's no saving him. "We gotta cut it all off now, Doc," Dennis says with a chuckle.
Oh.
He pulls his necklace from his neck and hands it over to Polly. "Here, take this. Take it to the bank in Platt," he says. It appears his necklace is both a key and like a dog tag.
Okay, yep.
"Give it all to her," he says. Polly and Seth look down, and the tag reads Lucy Robinson and has her address carved into it.
Wow.
Polly begins to cry. "Make it count, you two," Dennis says. He cocks the gun. "Now get the fuck out of here." Seth pulls Polly away. She doesn't want to leave him, but Seth drags her. They walk away from the station again. On the ground, Dennis loads the gun. "Fuck it," he says. He aims the gun for a stack of propane tanks. "Here I come, baby," he says before firing.
They're making him so cute here at the end.
I know! Like, what the hell? Like, it's so upsetting.
Yeah, no, the redemption arc does land here.
I think it gets way better
moments,
here,
yeah.
The entire gas station explodes, Dennis going with it. Sometime later, Seth and Polly walk down the middle of nowhere road in pretty rough shape. "Let me know if you see any fire trucks," Seth says. Polly's like, "Well, I see a post oak. Gotta be like 300 years old, right?" "Not even close," Seth says. They walk away as their voices fade, and we fade to a shot of some foliage in the forest. We pass some leaves, we pass some bark, before we land upon a dead animal with spikes growing out of it.
No.
The spikes shudder, and the movie ends.
So much of this, for some reason, was bringing me back to Stranger Things.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like seasons 2, 3. And also Resi. Like trying to get the perfect shots there at the end.
Very Resi. Also, I was reading that some of the inspiration for this film came from The Thing. When you look at the way that the creatures moves independently.
Yes.
Even when it's severed and whatever. That's Splinter.
Wow.
It's a fun, cute, quirky little time.
Yeah. It's giving comfort movie in a weird way.
Yes. Actually, yes. It's very cozy, strangely enough. I think what I love about it too is I'm a huge fan. I've said this a million times, nobody cares anymore, but like isolated environment horror movies, love. I love when we're like stuck in one place. I think that's
cool. Part of it too, is like the locations they chose here where you're like in the woods and then you're at a gas station, and that's most of what the environment is. That just is cozy to me.
I know. No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
And like small cast I like too.
Yes.
Like it's kind of fun. Like I don't know how this movie is generally rated, but for a movie I'd never heard of, like I was really pleasantly surprised.
Love that.
With what I saw.
Little gem. A little hidden gem.
Exactly.
Okay. So yeah, Seth and Polly make it.
They do.
Thanks to Dennis.
Yeah.
Sacrificing himself, which again, if I was Dennis, Seth and Polly might be dead because I already, you know what I mean?
So true. You're already dead. Oh, no.
But obviously, as Seth and Polly, looking at everything they've been through, I would say I would be in the same shoes, I think, where I would also survive if I was them. And it still comes back to just like not surviving as everyone else. So
you're all good with the gun stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. I personally don't know how successful I would be. I don't even know if I know how to cock a gun. Like, let's be so honest right now.
I mean, I know I know safety, where that is, how that works. And
see, I don't. I definitely do not.
So maybe you would, but like in a situation like this, I don't think the safety would be on. Like, we're all ready to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just pull that trigger. But yeah, I think so. I'm sure like it could get shaky, and it's just like, I don't know, the gun situation, I feel like it helped. It wasn't what got it done. Like, it helps for a couple seconds, and then you have to like keep it moving. It had to go up in flames in the end. So I feel pretty much the same, and I'm gonna stick with 40.
Really? Okay.
For the final, yeah. And I'm gonna put myself in the middle there for my final score being a 44. Because it's like our core 4 here, it's split 50-50. And then with the addition of like the officer and the gas station attendant, that's bringing me down a little bit, down to 44.
You know what? That does make sense. For my final score, I went with a 31 just because I think I would have a lesser chance of making it out of here with my lack of gun knowledge. Also, I'm just a scaredy cat. Like, that creature comes for me, like, freeze. That's what I'm doing. I'm freezing.
Yeah.
1000%. Let's see what my weighted
not a 44.
A fucking 44.
No! No way it is happening.
Crazy. Oh my god, we did it. Splinter was the one that did it.
Splinter.
Splinter is that bitch.
I don't know why. I just have been waiting for this moment. It is as magical as I thought it would be.
It's the most magical. I'm so happy right now. Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in, hanging out with us this week. As always, please check us out over on Instagram at I'd Survive Podcast. There you can also find the link to our Discord, where you too can submit your own score. So let us know. Would you survive?